New Rivian R3 and R3X promise to combine affordability with 300-plus mile range. Rivian took us by surprise today as they unveiled not only the R2, but the R3 and R3X as well. In a surprise move, Rivian has introduced the all-new R3 and R3X. They're entry-level models that will slot beneath the R2, which was also introduced today. Looking like a weird cross between a Soviet hatchback and an R1S, the R3 is almost hard to define, but has a shorter wheelbase and tighter dimensions than the R2. While Rivian is Mr. Magoo-ing their way through the presentation, the R3 apparently has a wheelbase measuring 110.2 inches 2,800 mm long. This makes it 5.3 inches 135 mm shorter than the R2 and roughly the same size as the Cadillac XT4. Rivian didn't go into many specifics, but the R3 has a familiar front fascia and a small frunk. They're joined by plastic body cladding, a relatively flat roof, and an angular liftgate with a glass section that can be opened independently. Other highlights include flush-mounted door handles and blacked-out accents. Inside, there's a minimalist cabin with a digital instrument cluster and a widescreen infotainment system. Additional information is limited, but we can see a panoramic glass roof and a stylish two-tone design. Rivian CEO R.J. Scaring also said the model has 2 glove boxes as well as front and second row seats that fold flat to allow for indoor camping. The R3X is similar, but promises more performance and an apparent go-kart feel. It closely echoes the R3, but will apparently be distinguished by modified bumpers, unique wheels, and reddish-orange accents. The changes continue inside as the R3X has unique seats and a steering wheel with a center stripe. We can also see two-tone contrast stitching as well as matching metallic accents. Rivian was tight-lipped on specifications, and that's not exactly reassuring. However, the company said the R3 will be offered with 2 different battery packs, and the larger of them will provide a range in excess of 300 miles 483 kilometers. The automaker said there will be single, dual, and tri-motor powertrains. The latter will have a front-mounted motor, 2 rear-mounted motors, and a 0-60 mph 0-96 km/h time of less than 3 seconds. The R3 lineup will use the North American charging standard NACS and allow for CCS charging via an adapter. Rivian was coy on specifics, but said an undisclosed DC fast charger will enable the model to go from a 10% to 80% charge in less than 30 minutes. Like the R2, the R3 and R3X will ride on an all-new mid-size vehicle platform that utilizes high-pressure die castings, a structural battery unit where the top of the pack also serves as the floor, and closure systems that dramatically reduce complexity. The models also promise to have dramatically enhanced autonomous capabilities, thanks to a new perception stack that uses 11 cameras, 5 radar sensors, and a more powerful computing platform. Rivian didn't mention pricing, but the models will arrive after the R2 and cost less than that particular crossover. That's pretty vague, but the R2 is slated to go into production in the first half of 2026 and cost around $45,000. While fans have a long wait ahead of them, Rivian said all 3 models will eventually be offered globally.